The first piano was invented in Florence, Italy in the 1700s by Bartolomeo Cristofori, a craftsman who repaired harpsichords for Italy's royal court. Cristofori's invention was a simple keyboard that he called Gravesclambo, called piano et forte. Keyboard instrument was soft and loud, named for the strings that produced different dynamic levels upon vibrating when struck by small wooden hammers covered in deerskin. As the piano evolved over the years, so did the pianist that played them. Piano music went from being mixed in with harpsichord music in the Baroque era to having its own unique style in the classical and post-classical eras. A few of the most famous performers were Bach, who composed and performed mathematical pieces known as preludes, fugues, minuets, and fantasias; Beethoven, who composed Für Elise, the song still famous worldwide, along with many other world-renowned songs; Chopin, who was the prince of the piano in the Romantic era, who composed the many nocturnes that can attract any woman, even until this day. After the Romantic era, piano broadened into the post-Romantic or modern era of piano, where the piano is used as an extension of the human mind, where no matter how melodic the melody is, it is still an expression of the self of the composer. Now, there are many different types of pianos being developed off of Cristofori's model: upright pianos, electric grand pianos, keyboards, concert pianos, and many more different types of pianos. A pipe organ is a musical instrument that produces sound by blowing air through a series of hollow tubes, controlled by keyboards. The large pipe organs used in churches are by far the biggest and the most complicated musical instruments ever built. A pipe organ consists of 4 different systems. The console contains the keyboards, foot pedals, and stops of the organ. The pipes, which may be as short as 2.5 centimeters or as long as 10 meters, produce the sound. The action of the organ is a complex mechanism which is operated by the console to control the flow of air to each individual pipe. The wind generator supplies air to the pipes. And now for interviews with 2 of St. Joseph's finest pianists and organists. For practicing piano.
Yes, that's good to be here talking about this. So I've been playing now, without giving away my age, I've been playing now for about 42, 43 years.
So how much do you prepare for each mass that you play at?
I would say on average about an hour. Half an hour here with Maria, who's the cantor, and at home at least half an hour, sometimes as much as an hour. Mostly the prelude and postlude, so the music that I play before and after the Mass, and a little bit what I play during the Mass as well.
What pressures are any when you step up to the organ or piano and play at church?
Yeah, well, the pressure is making mistakes. So just like anywhere else, when you're performing, you're always worried about playing the wrong note, and the more you focus on that, the more apt you are to play the wrong note. So I try to just focus on the spirit of what I'm trying to do, and really, again, it's not about the musician, it's about our Lord, and it's about the worshiping of our Lord. So when you surrender yourself to that, you tend to play better than, at least in the church, than you would if you were to focus on kind of yourself and possibly making a mistake.
And while you perform at church, what goes through your mind? What are you thinking about?
I think it's to make the music complement the Mass as opposed to replace the Mass. So I think the idea is it's not about the musicians, it's really everything has to point to the Holy Eucharist and the Mass. So it's really to try to be there, present with the music, without making it a distraction to the people.
Performing the piano, well, obviously it's a part of my life since I was very young. I can't imagine not having a piano or not being able to play a piano. It's an emotional outlet, it's a part of me. It's like reading a book, but much more intense. Especially with actual performance, there's always that adrenaline that everybody's well aware of.
And now for my own rendition of Chopin's Nocturne in F sharp major Opus 15, number 2.